Sorry. Welcome to the final day of Coffs Harbour Waste Management Conference. I'm Gayle Sloan, I'm the CEO of WAMA. To my 7-year-old, I'm the queen of talking rubbish. We're really proud to support this conference and hosted by Greg and his team and be able to join in every year. I think we'd all agree that Greg, Connie, Dawn and Catherine and the rest of the team do a fantastic job in bringing this together. Someone remarked yesterday, it's like a family reunion, but with a family that you really like. So that's a good thing, yeah. So we hope that these 2 days have been a great learning experience and you're going to walk away with a wealth of knowledge. I also hope you had a wonderful night last night, and I'd like to again thank Greg and Connie for putting me on the hangover shift. I don't know how many times I have to do this before I graduate to day one, but I'm trying. Thanks, guys. I also like to say that these conferences can't happen without major sponsors, and we thank you all for your support. Before we get underway, I just ask that you put your phones at least on silent. If you're tweeting, that's okay. You know, hashtag WAMA, hashtag Waste18. In the unlikely event of an emergency, a siren will sound throughout the building, and if you hear this, please pay attention to directions from staff and be ready to evacuate to the muster locations, which are outside the front and the rear of the building. This is the second year that I've been lucky enough in my role as CEO of WAMA to be here. You know, and I guess I was reflecting on the way up about what a year we've had. You know, this time last year we didn't have Trashed, we didn't have War and Waste, and despite the best efforts of ABC Four Corners to trash us, they haven't. You know, you and I as industry professionals really appreciate the importance of what we do and the complexity of getting it right, but the simple fact is that generally the average community member doesn't understand what we do. Up until I think last year with Trash and War and Waste, we've really been an out of sight, out of mind issue for modern societies. I have to thank Garth Lamb for most of my words, he writes all my good stuff. I believe that before this, the industry at large, for most of the industry, we were very angry at what happened with Trashed. I don't think we should take stuff to the media and expect it to portray well, and I don't think we should eat our own. I guess it's one of my personal views. I think that failed to portray the 50,000 people like you and me who work really hard in this industry and create $15.5 billion worth of industry for Australia. So, you know, I think that was a really one-sided media portrayal of us, and it dragged us all through the mud. So, you know, but then we really didn't see anything yet. Then came China. So we thought we'd sort of seen the scrutiny on our industry, and now we've got China. And I don't know about you guys, but it's no longer just work barbecues. We're talking about waste and recycling. It's probably every barbecue that we go to. I didn't realise, we knew waste was interesting. I don't think anyone else realised how interesting it was until the last year. I think it's fair to say that we all as an industry knew that China was coming. Since 2013, they'd been telling us with Operation Green Fence that they were going to change their economy, they were going to deal with their carbon emissions, they were going to deal with their waste, they were going to create a circular economy in China. And the beauty of being a communist society is when you say you're going to do it, you really do it. They definitely got something on us there. But for me, this has been such an opportunity, and it's really important that we grasp China as the opportunity it is, and we collaborate and work together to solve this. I can't actually believe in 2018 we're even talking about landfilling recyclables. Like, it's just not an option. We do not create one thing other than methane leachate by landfilling recyclables. Yep, there's always going to be a place for landfill, and it's residual. It is not biorecycling. By recycling, we create value and we create jobs. We create one job for every time that we recycle. We're lucky to create 0.3 if we landfill or trade. So this is our chance to grow our industry the way that we want to do it. What we also seem to forget is that we don't recycle because we want to. We recycle because we have to. We're actually over-consuming the planet. When I started in this industry 15 years ago, I never thought I was a greenie, but I'm beginning to realise I really am. ACOR told us 2 weeks ago that 96% of people engage with recycling. That's a fantastic statistic. It is the #1 activity in home that people think is a good thing and is a strong environmental thing. And this is what we do. Like, we've got to be proud of what we do. 91% of people say to us that they want us to buy recycled goods and content with recycled goods. We have a great opportunity to do something with this, and we have to think about it. If government's not going to give us new money to spend on the industry in the short term, we have to think about how we spend the money that we're getting now. We should be buying recycled equipment that's made from plastic for our playgrounds and our parks. We just need to think differently about how we spend. We have to stop using virgin sand, and we have to start using glass sand. There should be no conversation at the moment between MRFs and local councils that doesn't include, for the redemption for MRFs, the discussion of councils taking sand back, because we only make money on what goes in and what goes out. And if we don't recycle, we cannot claim that redemption. And I do not want that money staying with Beveridge because the consumer's already paid it. So we all have an opportunity to change what we do. We need to support companies like Coles and Nature's Organics with buy 100% Australian recycled materials. We have a choice as a consumer. We're not just doing this as a professional person, we have to do this as a person. I'm not really that interested in buying recyclable if no one's buying it back and making it into recycled content. So we have to use our purchasing power as a consumer to think about what is on our shelves and how we change those behaviours, because only through demand for recycled content are we going to change what they do. There is no reason in the world that a cucumber needs cling wrap, no matter what the packages tell me. We actually have to buy it just in time, not just in case, and address issues like food waste. And we have to model that behaviour in our personal life, not just our professional life. We actually have the ability to fix this, and we need to work together to fix this. It is a change of an era, it's a change of time where the recycling income is going to offset the rest of the waste budget and potentially sometimes the service budget. But we have the ability to change this and do it as an industry. So for me, it's about collaboration. For WAMA, it's about collaboration. It's about working with government, working with industry to make a change.